Thank you for joining us on TVC News at 7. We are staying with development from the ill-fated helicopter that crashed into the Atlantic near Bonifenema on Thursday in Port Harcourt. The Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau now says 2 more bodies have been recovered, while 3 others remain unaccounted for. 3 persons were confirmed dead on Thursday. 8 persons, made up of 6 passengers and 2 crew members, were on board the aircraft when the incident happened. President Bola Tinubu has also directed an intensified search and rescue for the passengers. He also urged military officers involved in various operations in the zone to join the rescue mission and provide all necessary support to the Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau, the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, and other relevant agencies. Elsewhere, the Federal Road Safety Corps says the use of technology will assist the agency in reducing road crashes and improve maintenance and control of traffic. FRSC Corps Marshal Shehu Mohammed stated this at the 2024 Special Marshal Zonal Conference in Akure, the Ondo State capital. Senior reporter Ayodeji Muradio has details.
Special marshals from Ondo, Osun and Oyo states gathered here in Akure for the zonal conference aimed at promoting the use of technology by the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC. The theme of the conference is leveraging technology for improved traffic management and enforcement. FRSC Corps Marshal Shehu Mohammed, who declared the conference open, said the future of road safety is digital, hence the need to embrace latest technology.
Let us embrace this innovation and work together.
Represented by the Oyo State Sector Commander Rosemary Alo, the Corps Marshal urged special marshals to embrace digital tools to ensure safer roads for all Nigerians.
As we continue to embrace this technological advancement, the role of our special marshals becomes increasingly vital. Accordingly, they are the image maker of FRSC in your communities, and by utilizing these digital tools, you will be able to carry out your duties with greater efficiency and impact.
In his speech, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa were represented by Special Advisor on Transport Olugbenga Omoli applauded FRSC for adoption of technology to save lives on the road. Special Marshal Zonal Coordinator in charge of Osun, Ondo and Oyo State, Miwa Oyediji, said the adoption of a digital approach will enhance productivity.
I wish to reiterate that one of the cornerstone initiatives of this digital approach is that the system utilizes real-time data analysis to monitor traffic flow, identify congestion hotspots, and predict traffic patterns.
With the advent of the modern day technology, we've been doing our best to make sure that we manage traffic control in terms of recording, keeping records of patrol, keeping records of offenders.
It is hoped that road safety officials and special marshals will take advantage of these programs to manage traffic through the use of technology. Ayodeji Muradio, TVC News, Akure.
The National Agency for Food, Drug Administration and Control is calling for the development of a secured chemical supply chain in Nigeria to check the abuse of chemicals on food items. The agency stated this at an annual national conference organized by the Amalgamated Chemical Dealers Association of Nigeria in Lagos State. Sarah Ayeku reports.
This is the maiden national conference of the Amalgamated Chemical Dealers Association of Nigeria. Gathered in this hall are representatives of the Lagos State government, NAFDAC, and members of the association. The aim of the conference is to guide and improve operations of chemical distributions and manufacturing in the country.
Of areas in which people are abusing chemical presently is because of ignorance. And so because of that very well, they are either directly or indirectly poisoning themselves. It's a number of pesticides like sniper, DDVP, and Optapiapia, and the rest of them. People spray directly on beans. This shouldn't be. It is illegal and it's a criminal offense because it's a way of directly or indirectly poisoning people. In addition to that very one, those who are marketing chemicals, they also get involved in mishandling of the chemicals.
For the association, this conference also serves as a platform to keep members updated on international best practices in the chemical industry.
Chemical business is not something everybody gets into. So there must be training. There must be orientation and reorientation of the players, stakeholders in chemical business. So the convention here is to give us information, interact with NAFDAC, that is our regulators, interact with them about the modern things that we are to do in chemical business.
We expect that we should have some major fund inflows into this sector. And of course, the sector is broken down into different segments. You have the manufacturing sector, and beyond that you are going to have the distribution sector. So the manufacturing sector, yes, we will need the banks to actually support them, use the opportunity to advocate that the financial institutions should be able to give them some helping hand, some support, because we need to grow our SMEs to be able to grow our economy.
At the end of the conference, long service and meritorious service awards were given to notable members of the association.
Let's look at other stories. Governor of Enugu State, Peter Mbah, has approved the payment of 80,000 naira as the new minimum wage for the state civil servants. The agreement was reached after the State Joint Public Service Negotiating Council submitted its report to the state government for implementation. Senior reporter Bamidele Ajayi has more.
In barely 17 months, we're seeing this vision and goals crystallize in critical sectors. We cannot compromise on their total delivery. The role of our workers towards that end cannot be overemphasized. So, this is an incentive to do more.
While we appreciate you heavily for coming up with 80,000 naira minimum wage as against the approved national minimum wage of 70,000. Your Excellency, this is a big gift, a great one to the workers.
He called us on his own and said that he was going to start to pay Enugu workers wage award. And he said from that December 2023 that he was going to continue with the wage award until we seamlessly transit into new minimum wage. And that is what is happening today.
I also appeal to the leaders of the unions, the labor, the NUT, the NOGE, to charge the workers on increasing their productivity.
Let's talk education. The Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NELFund, recently announced that it has disbursed over 10 billion naira to successful student applicants since the loan scheme's inception in August. At an interactive meeting with the House Committee on Student Loan, NELFund addressed concerns about the loan's distribution. National Assembly correspondent Joke Adisa has details.
This is the first meeting between the Committee on Student Loans, Scholarships and Higher Education Financing with the management team of NELFund. The committee says the session will foster a better implementation of a policy that will reduce the financial burden on students in tertiary institutions. The lawmakers also seek clarifications on the fund strategies, operations and outcome.
What are the lessons that we want to learn from institutions like this so that we don't again go into their errors? How do we ensure accountability and transparency? How do we evaluate the performance of the agency, both in scope and in depth? We also expect that we will work very well within the confines of the law and ensure that all the aspirations and the expectations of the people of Nigeria, particularly the youth, are met.
The Chief Executive Officer of NELFund, Akintunde Sawyer, explains the agency's efforts in implementing the National Education Loan Fund policy, revealing that the fund has disbursed over 10 billion naira between August and now.
With 70% of our population under the age of 35, failing to provide access to education for this segment exposes Nigeria to a future fraught with instability and violence.
He assured lawmakers that the fund is achieving its intended purpose without discrimination. It is also promoting inclusion for all tertiary students across the country. Mr. Sawyer addressed recent issues in the Southeast that raised some concerns.
it is reaching every corner of the nation, east, west, north, and south. This policy is not discriminatory. It is inclusive, ensuring that every Nigerian, regardless of location or background, has access to the education they deserve.
While they call on NAFDAC to be more proactive, the lawmakers say the fund was created not only to provide loans, but also to create a future where every Nigerian youth has the opportunity to realize potentials. Joke Yatsa, TVC News, Abuja.